Hey guys, how's everyone feeling? Hope you had a great New Year's and welcome back. So today, wow man, it was a tough day. Technically, IMMX had a perfect front side. We'll check it out in the 5 minute with you guys. But I had a really hard time trading this one. I don't know what it was. I just couldn't do a good trade on it. And any trade that was like halfway okay, I had tiny size on, so it was totally unnecessary. Anyway, today, boom, look at that. I'm down $1,400 today. Not hitting my max loss or anything, but I just couldn't nail anything. I felt like I had the reverse Midas touch, where every trade I did just went instantly south, and it was getting really frustrating. Actually, I think like my second or third trade, I was down for a little bit on that one trade, $2,000, before there was a quick bounce, and I sold everything. So it was a tough day for me personally. I don't really know what I can point my finger at. Technically, IMMX in the 5 minute was like a really clean and good front side, but somehow the way it was moving just faked me out left and right, and I was never able to really get on a groove on it. I never had a good read on this ticker, and I think that was really my downfall. And then there was no other ticker that was I could really shift my attention to and focus on. GNPX probably was the second best ticker after the market opened. But somehow I wasn't really focused on that one as much as I should. At one point, I should have pivoted heavy to GNPX and just focused it solely on that one. But even then, I'm not sure if I would have done enough to get back green on the day. I don't know. It's hard to say. Starting the week, the month, and the year off on a decent red day, which is never a great thing to do, but it's totally fine. That's just how it goes sometimes. If I had to switch up anything today, it would be the usual. Stay more focused on the 5 minute. I think a lot of my mistakes happened from kind of chasing the 1 minute a little bit too much. Although sometimes it would have worked well as well. Somehow my timing was just totally off today. And like I said, the only way I think I really could have done better risk management is just totally only focus on the 5 minute. And that's kind of the usual trend, I guess, for good risk management. Anyway, let's go ahead, talk about these tickers, and then today I should have the monthly recap out. I'm going to be a little bit busy today, and I got to still write up the monthly recap, but depending on my time, it'll either come out today or at the latest tomorrow. So definitely stay tuned for that. I can't wait to recap 2021 and then primarily December 2021 as well. All right, so let's get started here. IMMX, our lead gapper on the day. I mean, look at this. Dollar volume up over $700 million being traded here. This is really nice. 120% up on the day at the moment. Really good. It's actually right now near its highs, so that's pretty solid. And I wonder if we're going to get a second run at one point. I have no idea. My read on IMMX is like negative. Honestly, if I just did the opposite of everything I've done on it, I would be pretty well off. So it's hard for me to properly talk about this ticker. But whatever, let's just go to it. What I like about this ticker on the daily is right out of the gates, you can see it's a blue sky setup, so you don't know how high it can go. I really like this upside potential, and I like the lack of resistance above. Obviously, right now, 868 is a prominent point everyone's going to be looking at because that was a former high. But I just love the fact, recent IPO, and this thing could absolutely run. So that's looking pretty good. It looks to be some sort of biotech or pharmaceutical company, and look at that, shares outstanding 7.5. Before the market opened, I was like, this ticker is going to halt, and right when the market opened, it halted. It was so obvious because of the amount of volume it had and the small amount of shares it had. This one had extremely explosive potential, and then a 58 million market cap. So that's all looking really sweet. They came out with news here. Shares rally on FDA rare pediatric disease tag for cancer program in children. So it sounded like a really, really good catalyst. The hard part for me, again, was the price action. So that's what I really want to focus on here, how I went and traded this one a little bit poorly. And there was a lot of flushes on IMMX. You really see it on the 5 minute as well as the 1 minute. We'll talk about the 1 minute in a sec. But look at this pullback. This is like a 26 or so % sell-off here, and I was stuck in some of that. This one, huge sell-off, 22%. Guess what? I was stuck in that one. And then here's another flash pullback, 12, 13%. Guess what? I was in that one as well. I don't know. Somehow I was secretly attracted to flushes today. It was stressful. It was a really stressful trading day for me personally. Let's zoom in on the 1 minute a little bit more. So this one pops up really quick around, it was like at 8 o'clock or something like that. I'm ready to go. This was a 60% move or so. I try to start getting filled here, and I got one share or 100 shares here. Nothing. This should have been like 1,000 shares at least. And then it ripped up, and I was like, maybe it's going to pull back again. I'm just going to quickly sell and look for a re-entry. It never happens. I end up chasing here at this area with 200 shares. I again didn't get a proper fill. And then it starts pulling back here. So 2 trades that were actually pretty good. I just didn't get my share size on it. So then it starts having a pretty healthy pullback here. 5 minute, you could probably argue was still extended by right here around 5.8. But I'm already starting to accumulate at $6, 1,000 shares. Finally getting my full lot. Actually, I'm still like, this is a pretty small size. I want to be trading over $10,000. So this is only like a $6,000 position size. So let's go forward. Pulls back again. Now I'm starting to accumulate my full size. Look, now I'm up like 1,700 shares. Pulls back again, get my 2,000 shares in, another pullback entry. And at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm over $10,000 on this one. This is a good position size. Still not like a 20K position size that I ideally want. But then I'm like, man, why is this selling off so much? This is like really unusual. We should be bouncing back above 6 really quickly here. And then we didn't. And I think at this candle, I realized how screwed I was. I was like, this is bad. It's holding its lows here. We're now below 9 EMA. This is potentially a backside, and it was. I ended up doing a little bit more of a purchase here. I actually did one more purchase here, and this is when I was like down $2,000. It bounced up again, sold some here, and then sold some here. And actually my exits here were pretty good. Lo and behold, if I just held, this ticker eventually went back to 630, and I would have been extremely green. But from a day trading perspective, this was a good exit. I probably should have done a rebuy here. That would have been a good tactic, because on the 5 minute, you can see that would have been a really good entry on the 9 EMA and the $5 support zone. So not entering here was a mistake. And then I end up chasing here a little bit, never really getting that good size. And then I missed this whole, front side. And that was kind of stressful. Eventually it opens up, gets halted, and I start accumulating here on the 9 EMA, which on the 1 minute, which was around 7.6, maybe a little bit higher, 7.8. So that was kind of high. But on the 5 minute, it's maybe not the best setup, but it's an okay setup, because we have this former close here of the 5 minute candle. Unfortunately, whack, it flushes down and it gets halted, and I'm like, oh, of course. It ends up having good 5 minute support, and then bouncing from there like 20%. So somehow again, I wasn't patient enough. I didn't get the 5 minute setup. You can see how like somehow I'm always on the wrong side of this ticker. And then here again, I end up buying this pullback, which was a pretty good entry. I even buy into the breakout a little bit more. I'm up like 5%, and then whack, I get stuck in another flush. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like, this ticker just only flushes when I buy it. Really, really stressful. I end up closing here, small size, so it's not like the biggest loss, but still, it does crawl up. Flushes again. It's just like, this ticker was really frustrating for me to trade. Sometimes you're really in a groove on a ticker and you're like nailing moves and you kind of have a good like sixth sense of how it's going to perform. With IMMX, I had zero sixth sense. I feel like everything I did on this ticker was wrong, and it was just overall frustrating. And looking back, I'm surprised I'm not down even more money, mainly because I was using smaller size on it. But yeah, that was just a bizarre ticker, and kind of frustrating for me overall. And I don't know, maybe I gotta shake a little bit of rust off after the holiday weekend, but I don't know, I didn't really feel like I was not focused. It was just somehow I just couldn't get green on this ticker. I gotta say though, the volume on this ticker is just so nice. I mean, pre-market, we even saw 1 million shares being traded in a 1 minute candle. That is really rare. I knew this ticker had some good potential. I just wish I was able to read it a little bit better. And yeah, at the market open, I mean, these were some really strong candles here. Look at this, on the 5 minute, we had several candles over 5 million shares being traded on a 5 minute candle. So that's, I mean, the power behind this ticker was just really, really nice. And like I said, it is holding its highs here really well. I don't think I would be trading in this area. I feel like overall the market's like hit a little bit of a lull, and I'm not too excited about trading right now. Obviously it's past 10 o'clock, so I usually don't trade at this point in the day anyway. But yeah, look at this kind of ranging consolidation here. A lot of fake outs in both directions. This would be really tough to trade unless you really acknowledge we are in a range and you're just scalping. Every time it goes below the 9 EMA, you're buying, and every time it's over the 9 EMA, you're just quickly selling, and you're just kind of scalping there. I probably could have done something like that, but with my luck, I would have just entered and it would have just had a huge red candle. I don't know. That's how I feel today. Just nothing was working out. So yeah, critical zone to watch is the all-time high here at 868. If that breaks that, we could have a good continuation from there. For now, I'd probably be a little bit more patient, wait, maybe see how it performs around VWAP if we get there again. But this could be a phenomenal multi-day run. We'll definitely probably be seeing IMMX again. For now, I would have a hard time buying this one in this area, and I also feel like there's a good chance there might be some sort of dilution or offering or something like that. They do have a shelf registration as well, and I think that's been creating a lot of this sell pressure, because you could just feel there's like whales dumping into this, and most likely it's the owned company or whoever they sold their shares to for the options for the warrants, and you could really feel that on IMMX. Nasty stuff. NTRB, I really did want to talk about this ticker. I'm happy I traded it at least once just so I remember to talk about it. This was Friday's lead gapper, and it was really nice. I only had one small red trade on this one, and of course I actually got stuck in a flush on it again. It was just such an amazing ticker though on Friday that I love seeing it, and I was constantly watching it today. It has a really nice double bottom potential right around here, around like 8.5 or so. So this is a key zone to watch without a question. We had some good bounces off this area. I wish I was more focused on this ticker. I think I could have done pretty well on it. I actually have a little bit of free cash available because I sold PaySafe, one of my biggest loser swing trades, on Friday evening as well. A little bit of tax loss harvesting. I had no hope left for that ticker, so I took the loss, and at least I can write it off of my taxes. But there's a good chance NTRB or something like IMMX, I'm going to look for that good 5-minute support and start accumulating this one, looking for a second day continuation. That might be tomorrow on NTRB. So NTRB for sure, I would love to see some more support come into this one at one point. I don't know, maybe this is already the big support zone. We're going to bounce off of 8.5 and have that reversal. Maybe we're going to sell off again and see bigger support around here at this $7 zone. I don't know, anything's possible, but for sure NTRB is going to be on my radar. And then just really quickly, how I ended up trading this one. It had a few of these breakout flushes, so I was waiting for one of those breakout flushes and try to get some of the bounce, which is like not even the best trading strategy, but yeah, I don't know. I figured if I just do anything weird today, it could actually work. And actually almost did. My entry was just a little bit too soon. You can see here I bought at 9.12. Ended up pulling back a little bit more, and then I sold on this bounce. So I could have made 2.5% here. I was just a little bit early on my entry. But yeah, I knew today was a weird day, and I knew if I just tried anything unorthodox today, there was a good chance it was going to work, because that's how these random days work, where any normal, healthy trading logic just is totally out the window. Let's see, CELZ, up $30 on this one, so total scratch more or less. Yeah, I don't know. This price action was pretty gnarly as well on this ticker. It just never really looked that promising. Let's extend this out a little bit further here. I don't know if that was a perfect line, but actually, you know what? I'll just go ahead and make a new one here. This seems like a good area to mark because we've had a support zone here, a retest and a flush, and then a failed breakout here. So it seems like this kind of 369 zone is somewhat significant. So yeah, this was just another ticker that popped up and kind of had weak continuation. It was up around 86% at one point, but no highs were able to be held. And you could see right around 7 a.m. here, this one had a really quick mover, quickly popped up 18-20%, had a quick 1-minute pullback, and then had another 19-20% run. There could have been some potential here. I was not looking at this ticker. I woke up a little bit later today. I wanted to sleep in a bit because right now I'm in Utah, so I still had to wake up at 5:30 to trade the 8 a.m. but Eastern Standard Time. But I figured, I'm going to kind of ease in today, and I'm happy I did, because I don't think I would have done very well on here. Most likely I would have started trading it in this area and kind of got stuck in this sell-off. So yeah, CELZ, I don't know, kind of a weird ticker. Had decent and quick front sides, like the red to green move here. Let's see, it opened up and sold off around 5%, and then ripped up again like 14-15%. Had a good 1-minute pullback, and then another 20% total move. So like CELZ, there was good opportunities on this one. You just had to be quick. You had to identify that, okay, this one's back on a little mini front side here with room to run till about 3.7, and just been really quick about it. I had a decent little backside trade here, and actually my entry was really good this time. The problem was I just took profits too soon, and there wasn't even that big of a bounce to begin with. But backside, you always want to be really quick and risk averse. They're just really tricky patterns, especially on a day like today. And then GNPX, this is the one I'm up $100 on, so still very small, but at least some profit I was able to score today. This one's really interesting. Similar biotech. Industry, 47 million shares outstanding, 103 million market cap. I kind of feel like it's a little bit of a sympathy play based on IMMX. It does have its own catalyst, FDA fast track here, also related to cancer. So that's kind of why I was feeling it was a little bit like a sympathy play. I know GNPX from the past. We've traded this ticker in the past several times. I don't think it was in this account. I think it was my old cash account that I no longer have. When I saw GNPX, I was like, ah, yes, my old friend. And this ticker is a quick mover. I remember this GNPX just flying in all directions. So I was kind of excited when I saw it, but I was so focused on NTRB potentially, and then IMMX, and all these other tickers that, this was the one I should have been really focused in, but somehow I was never able to really direct my attention to this ticker. I mean, look at how it crawls up here. Look at that nice breakout, 18% or so, consolidates, nice bull flag here, has another breakout, another breakout, another breakout. I mean, these are all 10% plus breakouts, and I didn't trade any of them. So you could really tell that my attention was on the wrong tickers today. Clearly, I'm red on IMMX, so I should have not even been focused on it anymore. And I really should have pivoted over to GNPX. I think today, just doing a few things different could have been like fairly good green day. So I guess that alone is a little frustrating, but at the same time, I'm kind of happy for the fact that since I was trading a ticker I was really bad at, I'm happy that I didn't have a bigger red day, because that could have easily happened today as well, with the amount of flushes I got stuck in. Just, disgusting. So yeah, I guess nothing really too exciting for me to report today. Hopefully tomorrow is going to be a little bit more fluid. If I do enter a swing trade, an overnight hold on NTRB or IMMX, or maybe even GNPX, I'll definitely let you guys know in the Discord under the swing trading section. So if you're new, definitely check out the Discord if you want to join the community and always get the latest information. Other than that, guys, thanks for tuning in. I hope you had a better start to the new year than I did, at least in terms of trading. But hey, you can't be green every day, and hopefully tomorrow we clean it up a little bit better. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to drop a like on the way out. Go always stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.